We have Jessica Stone from VOA reporting from Washington, D.C. Hey, Jessica, what do we know about this first confirmed case of the Omicron coronavirus in the States?
Well, good morning. We know that this person came to San Francisco by plane, traveling from South Africa, and arrived on November 22nd. Started to feel ill and got tested on November 28th. And then we learned on Monday, November 29th, that this individual did in fact have the virus. Not only COVID-19, but this new variant, Omicron. And health officials in the United States are actually pretty proud of the fact that they were able to identify this virus in 5 hours and map its genome in 8 hours. So they were able to verify that it was not Delta variant or the original variant, but in fact this new variant fairly quickly. And that's given them some confidence in fighting it. But in terms of the position of this individual, he is self-quarantining. He's doing pretty well, mild symptoms. And he was vaccinated twice, in fact, by Moderna, but he was not yet eligible for the booster shot. And so he was not boosted, and that's also a factor in some of the advice we're getting from health officials here in the United States. We also know that all of the contacts that he made with in the United States have been tested and have not come back positive. So that is a good sign in terms of transmissibility. At least that's hopeful at this rate.
Right. And has the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci, said anything about the latest development or facts around the Omicron variant?
Quite a bit, actually. He briefed reporters at the White House ahead of Press Secretary Jen Psaki's briefing at the White House and gave us a preview because, of course, we haven't heard from President Biden on this yet extensively. We're expecting to hear from him on Thursday, a rollout of the plan that the United States will follow here across the country for the winter months. We'll all be inside a lot more, of course, so there's great concern. But the bottom line that Dr. Anthony Fauci delivered to the public today was get boosted. If you're vaccinated, that's not enough. You need to get boosted. And of course, he can't unequivocally say that the virus will not spread further because we know that the vaccines that we have so far do not prevent the spread, but they do lessen the symptoms and they do make it much more possible for you not to die or to be hospitalized. He did also have this one point on boosters because there are a lot of Americans, and we're at about 70% vaccination. So there is still some hesitancy, and he's trying to use this to get more people to be vaccinated. But he said, don't wait for the perfect booster. Essentially, Moderna is working on a booster specifically for this variant. There are specific boosters underway, but he said, don't wait. If you're eligible, go ahead and get boosted. It's not going to be a bad thing to get boosted because we're going into a very big holiday season. We're already in Hanukkah. We just came off Thanksgiving. We've got Christmas around the corner, and we won't really know about the transmissibility of this latest variant until pretty much on the doorstep of Christmas. And that's a big holiday for a lot of American families to be in close quarters inside.
Yeah, speaking of holidays, how has this latest development affected the travel policies in the U.S.?
Well, this is controversial, right? We've already had a little bit of a controversial history with travel bans under the prior administration. Now we've had 8 African countries be banned in terms of travel, and only 2 of them, South Africa and Botswana, actually have confirmed cases. So we have 6 of those 8 that don't even have confirmed cases, and that's of concern. In fact, the press secretary and Dr. Anthony Fauci got a very pointed question from an African reporter in the White House briefing room today about that, saying, look, Botswana is the only country outside of South Africa that has this variant discovered, and yet you're still keeping many more countries out. And we know that it is spreading around the world. 20 countries have confirmed cases so far. Some of those include in Asia, Australia, you've got South Korea with a confirmed case, Hong Kong, Japan. So it is likely that we will see an expansion of additional testing, of additional potential foreign bans for travel, but the most likely outcome is additional testing. We expect tomorrow, when we hear from President Biden, to hear that anybody coming in or out of the country needs additional testing on either side of that trip. I, for example, went to Italy recently. I only had to have the additional test coming into the United States, not out of the United States, going into Italy. So I think we're going to see additional testing happen, and that's going to put more pressure on the testing system to be much more quick, because if you're just here for a couple of days to see some family members, you're not going to want to have to be in quarantine the whole time.
Yeah, that's correct, because Indonesia, we have also added some days, because previously we had 3 days of quarantine, but now because of this new variant, the government has actually added more days to 7 days. All right, thank you so much, Jessica Stone, for your report. Stay safe and have a lovely day.
Pleasure to be with you.